Hey you guys, it's Anthony Assad and this is week 19 of the mini workout series. This week we're going to have a single arm banded chest fly, a single leg squat to chair, and a towel shrug on the door. So now, to start off with the single arm banded chest fly, in this movement we're working the chest and the shoulder, front delt. Alright, so now what I would advise for you guys in doing this movement is same old, a little bit of a lunge, chest upright, back is flat, arm is slightly bent, and we're bringing the band towards the midline or across our body. So now in doing this, if we want to keep this more like a fly, we're gonna have to get more of a tug on the band pulling to the outside of us, because in doing this movement, it's more of a sweep than it is so much a press. You see the difference in a chest press and a fly is that in a chest press, you're here going straight ahead of you, and in a chest fly, you're coming around and sweeping because you work the muscle in a different way, the chest and the shoulder, when you do it like that. So I would suggest, if you can, put something that's heavy by your door so you can get a real good pull and come across the body, not just forward, but also away and actually sweep the band away from the door and really work around you. See how I knocked this down? You're gonna need something that's decently heavy if you want to do the chest fly right. As always, to make this easier, have a lighter band. To make it harder, use a heavier band, add tempo, do eccentrics, go slower on the movement, add pauses to it in any kind of way you want to. That's how to make the movement more difficult. So now let's go ahead and go to the single leg squat. In the single leg squat, we're still working the quads, we're still working the glutes, we're still gonna have the chest upright, keeping the back flat. Only thing is now we're on one foot, so maybe working the ankle stability just a little bit more than with a regular squat, of course. So same old, we got one leg up now, we're just coming down, touch the bench, come right back up. I say do it slow and controlled because in building muscle, your goal is to be able to have real control over the muscle and put time under tension under it to a degree, correct? So to do it right, you should be going slow if you really want to get the effect of building muscle. If you're in competition and you're someone who CrossFits, because I'm not trying to offend anybody. If you're CrossFitting and it's competition time and you're doing your pistols, you're doing single leg squats, and you're just, nothing wrong with it because you probably practice it all the time, so it's not a big deal. And when you're in a competition, you're trying to win. But if we're just working the muscle to build muscle, I would suggest if we're gonna do this movement, and this is also a variation to make it harder, okay? You can do it doing the regular single leg squat, but have control over it. Come down, control. You see I'm going slow, I'm pausing at the bottom. There's no way that I cannot do the movement. I'm shortening it by doing it slow. Now to make the movement easier, have a higher platform that you can do your single leg squat on, or just do a regular squat. You can also, to make it harder, you can also add tempos, eccentrics, of course, But like I said, the best way for this movement to do it right is to have control over it. So now, last one is a towel shrug. So just like all the other stuff we did on the door, still setting up the same exact way. Using the towel now, putting it around the door, and all I'm doing for the shrug, I'm working the upper back, the traps, so these fat meat pads right here. If you squat and you work out, you already know what these are because you probably got them. Anyway, because you don't want to, it sucks to have, I'm not going to go into it. So now, to do the shrug, body is straight on a lean, and all we're doing, letting the shoulders relax and getting a pull on the shoulders, and we're shrugging them up. I would say to go slow and controlled, maybe add some pauses. This is a very easy movement. To make it harder, you can also come down, increase the angle on there. Same thing, go slow and controlled. Add a pause at the top. As you get to the most you can shrug your body up. And if you want to make it easier, of course, decrease the angle, and same thing. It's almost like doing a row without the actual elbow movement, but you're really focused on bringing your shoulders up. I have a friend whose dad used to always say, bring your shoulders to your ears, send your shoulders to your ears. That was a good cue to bring your shoulders as high as you can up, to shrug using your traps. And that is it for the mini workout series 19. Now, if this mini workout series 19 and you paying attention, it means you should already know that next week is mini workout series 20. In mini workout series 20, for those of whoever watch it, those who watch it and end up reposting the video of them doing the movements themselves, then I know what they are. So when I post it, you gotta get on there and record yourself as soon as possible with the directions, hashtag mini workout series, and of course me, so I can see that you did it. And the first, second, and third place goes like this. The first person that gets the video in with all the things that I asked them to do is literally just make the video of you doing the movements, hashtag mini workout series 2020, and then at me so I can see the video. The first 3 people, it goes $30 for first place, 20 for second, and 10 for third. It's so easy, but you gotta pay attention. If you want to, I would say, enable that thing so you can get a notification from when I post it. But the point is, if you want to win a little bit of money, pay attention to next week's mini workout series. As always, hope you guys have a bomb-ass weekend. Stay safe out there and love your loved ones and keep them close to you, especially in this time. I love you guys. Have a bomb-ass weekend like I just said. Skew.